Okay, so you sent this article about Molmo, this AI,
Uh-huh.
and it's like causing a stir, right?
Right.
It's going head to head with, the big names like GPT-4,
Yeah.
but it's open source.
Yeah. That's the crazy part.
I mean, that's a potential AI revolution, like right there.
It really is captivating. Molmo, which was created by the Allen Institute for AI, it's
Okay.
multimodal design is what's really interesting about it. So unlike, your typical AI that focuses only on text, Molmo can work with both text and images.
Hmm.
So it's like GPT-4, right?
Okay.
But with this crazy good visual intelligence added on.
So it's not just like reading and writing.
Right.
It's like understanding what it sees.
Exactly. It can process images.
Okay, that's like next level stuff, really.
Yeah.
And you mentioned open source,
Right.
which is, a game changer for sure. But like for our listeners, let's break down why that's such a big deal, especially in this context.
Okay, so think of it this way. You've got these proprietary models, right, like GPT-4.
Right.
They're like recipes
Okay.
that are super, super guarded. Like you can taste the final product, but you don't get to see how they made it.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't tweak the ingredients.
Right.
Open source means developers, they can get their hands on Molmo's code,
Okay.
and they can play with it, change it up, do what they want.
Mhm.
It's a level of flexibility, I guess, and community-driven development that you just don't see with like the big tech giants.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's the difference between like admiring a car from afar.
Right, exactly.
It's like being handed the keys, the engine plans, and all the tools to modify it however you want.
Yeah.
You suddenly have like the power to tinker, right? Customize, maybe even create something completely new.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
And this accessibility, it seems like it might be one of Molmo's biggest strengths, honestly.
Okay.
The article, it highlights how they trained Molmo, right?
Yeah.
And a much smaller data set than usual.
Okay. Only 600,000 images.
Wow.
And it still gets comparable results to those, the data-hungry counterparts, the big ones.
Wait, so less is more.
Yeah.
Fewer images, but similar performance. How does that even work?
It's pretty remarkable. I mean, the article, it doesn't really dive too deep into the technical stuff, how it all works.
Right.
But it does mention that Molmo uses like these really innovative training techniques
Okay.
to get the most out of the data it has.
Okay.
You see.
Yeah.
So it's faster to train.
Right.
It's more accessible for developers who don't have like, tons of resources to handle those massive, massive data sets.
Right. So it's like achieving that, like, that saying Michelin star quality,
Right.
but with like a fraction of the ingredients.
Exactly.
I love that. But we got to talk about like the real world stuff.
Right, of course.
What can Molmo actually do?
So that's where its multimodal capabilities is where they really come in.
Because it can analyze images in real time, like instantly,
Wow.
Understand the elements of a user interface, even guide robots.
Okay.
It opens up a whole world of possibilities beyond just AI that's text-based.
Okay. Paint me a picture here.
Okay.
What kind of possibilities are we talking about?
Okay. So imagine this.
Okay.
You're on a website.
Right.
And instead of like, scrolling around looking for stuff or filling out forms, you've got your AI assistant that does all that for you.
Okay.
Zipping through pages, totally understanding what visually.
Wow. So it's like having like a super efficient assistant that just gets it.
Exactly.
That understands like how websites are laid out.
It's visual intelligence.
Okay.
At its finest.
And what about robots?
Yeah.
How would Molmo change things up for them?
Oh man, this is big. Imagine robots that can actually see, and understand their surrounding, like truly get it. We're talking robots that can navigate through like a really complex environment, no problem.
Wow.
They can pick out objects from a crowd and even help with tasks that need like a delicate touch.
Wow.
All because they can finally see, thanks to Molmo.
That's like a huge step up from those like pre-programmed robots, right? With their like limited abilities.
Right, exactly.
Like we're giving them like a set of eyes, right, and a brain to actually interpret everything they're seeing.
Exactly. And it's not just about, what they can do.
Yeah.
This could totally revolutionize the way we, even as humans, consume and make content.
Yeah.
Like imagine a world where AI can, analyze visual trends, right?
Yeah.
Or make detailed descriptions just from an image. Or even create whole stories from a bunch of pictures. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
It's like that saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Like that's taking on a whole new meaning in the age of AI. That's crazy. But hold on, the article mentioned something about different versions of Molmo. Like,
Yes.
what's that about?
Yeah, there are, it looks like there are several versions.
Okay.
Each one's kind of like tailored for different needs and processing power.
Okay.
The article highlights the 72B parameter version.
Okay.
That's like the big dog, the really powerful one.
Right.
But they also have smaller ones
But
that are, more efficient
Right.
for people who don't need like, all that power.
Right. So
Uh,
they're making it like, accessible to everybody,
Exactly.
not just people with like these massive supercomputers.
Right.
Okay, that's great. But how does Molmo stack up against like the big guys in AI? Like your GPT-4, your
Yeah.
Claude, can it actually compete with them?
That's the interesting part. The article says that Molmo, it can rival and sometimes even beat
Why?
these like huge proprietary giants in terms of how well it works.
Hold on. You're telling me this open source newcomer,
Yeah.
it's outperforming some of the most advanced AI out there.
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
So the article, it highlights some specific benchmarks.
Okay.
And that's where Molmo really shines, especially when it comes to visual question answering tasks.
Okay.
Like, it really shows how good it is at understanding and interpreting visual information.
Okay. So it's not just a jack of all trades. It's a master of some,
Exactly.
especially when it comes to this visual stuff.
Right.
Okay. But I got to ask, if Molmo's this good, how come we haven't really heard of it?
Right.
Like, why isn't everyone talking about this?
It is interesting. Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Molmo, it's like, kind of under the radar. And I think it might be because of like how we usually think about AI. It's always been the big tech companies.
Right.
They have all the money, all the resources. They
Yeah.
get the best people to work for them. And they're really good at keeping their secrets. Exactly.
Okay. So it's been like a bit of a closed club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The big players making all the rules.
Yeah.
But Molmo, and actually the whole open source movement in general,
Right.
it's shaking things up,
Okay.
It's like, imagine a world where like the very best AI, right? It's
Yeah.
not locked away in some, super secret lab somewhere, but it's like out there for anyone to use.
Yeah.
Anyone can like, tinker with it, make it better, whatever.
Yeah. It's like the difference between like knowledge being held by like a select few
Right.
and then like suddenly being available to everybody.
Exactly.
That's like huge. What kind of impact could that have on AI as a whole?
Oh, man. The possibilities are like mind-blowing, really. Think about it. You've got like researchers in, let's say, developing countries, right? Or startups that are just like, starting out. They don't have tons of money.
Right.
Or even like, some random person who just loves AI.
Right.
They could all use Molmo
Right.
without like, needing a ton of cash, which is usually what happens.
Right.
It's like this barrier to entry is just gone.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like it's opening up like, all these possibilities we never even thought of, right?
Exactly. It's like, innovation could come from anywhere now.
Yeah.
Not just from like Silicon Valley or whatever.
Right, exactly.
And it's not even just about, who can use it. Open source is about, working together, right?
No,
A
right.
bunch of people all coming together to make something great.
Yeah.
Like imagine, thousands of really smart people
Right.
all working on Molmo, making it better every day.
That's a lot of brain power.
Right? Like who knows how fast things could improve.
It's like it's the difference between like a solo musician, right? And a whole like symphony orchestra.
Yeah.
Like each one, they have their own like unique talents, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when they all come together, they make something even better.
Exactly.
Something bigger for sure.
And with everyone working together like that, we might start seeing AI that's like, tailor-made for specific problems.
Okay.
Instead of those like, one-size-fits-all solutions you get from the big companies.
Right.
Like we could have AI for local communities, for specific industries.
Right.
Even for just one person.
It's like having like a tailor-made suit instead of one you just buy off the rack, right?
Yes, exactly.
It just like, it fits you better.
But like anything else, open source AI, it's not perfect. It has its downsides.
Yeah, that's true.
One thing that worries some people is like, what if someone uses it for bad stuff,
Right. Like ethically could be a little a little shaky.
Right. If anyone can change the code, someone could use it to, like, I don't know, do something bad,
Yeah.
which is scary.
It's like giving everybody the keys to like a super powerful car.
Right.
Right. Like in the right hands, amazing things can happen.
Right.
But in the wrong hands,
Not so much.
yeah, it could be like really dangerous.
Exactly. And that's what, it's really important to figure out, like, some rules,
Right.
like ethical guidelines, for using AI, making sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah, so it's not enough to just like give it away for free.
Exactly.
We have to make sure that it's being used responsibly.
Right. Got to be careful, make sure this technology is actually used for good.
Right. So we need to have like a conversation, right, about this, or like an ongoing one.
Exactly. Yeah. We have to work together, right?
Yeah.
To make sure AI helps humanity, not hurts it.
Right. Right. It's a lot of responsibility.
It is.
So it sounds like we're kind of like on the edge of this like new era in AI,
Yeah.
right? And it could be amazing, but we got to be really careful.
Yeah, we've got to be smart about it.
For sure.
And this article about Molmo, I think it gives us a peek into what that future might look like,
Yeah.
A future where AI is for everyone.
Right. So this whole Molmo thing, it's given us like a lot to think about.
It really has.
Right. It's not just about like a new AI. It's about like a whole new way of thinking about how we even make AI.
Exactly. A total paradigm shift.
But before we like, get too ahead of ourselves,
Right.
I'm kind of curious about like how does the article, wrap it all up? What's the main takeaway?
Well, it doesn't really, like predict the future or anything.
No.
It's more like it leaves us feeling, I don't know, cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
Acknowledging both the good and the bad that come with this new way of doing AI.
So it's like we're standing at like a fork in the road.
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the decisions we make now, they determine like which path we take.
Exactly.
That's a good way to put it. But I feel like there's like more to this,
Definitely. The article, it focuses on comparing Molmo to the big players,
Right.
but it kind of hints at like a much bigger conversation.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Let's get into that.
Yeah.
So we've talked about how cool Molmo is,
Right.
how it's like, shaking things up in the AI world.
Yeah.
But you're saying there's like a bigger story here.
Yeah, it's not just about Molmo. It's like the article, it's pointing to a whole new way of thinking about AI, like in general.
Okay.
Like moving away from those big tech companies that like, control everything.
So it's like a major power shift.
Right.
What would that even like, what would that look like?
Okay, so imagine AI where it's not like, just a few companies calling all the shots.
Right.
It's like everyone has a seat at the table.
Okay.
Researchers, developers, even just regular people who are into AI.
Yeah.
They can all like, use it, play with it, make it better.
So it's like democratizing AI.
Yeah.
Making it accessible to everybody.
Exactly. It's like instead of having like these huge power plants, right, that provide electricity for everyone, everyone has their own like little solar panels.
Uh-huh.
Right. They're generating their own power.
So it's like instead of having a few like massive sources of AI, it's like everyone has access to their own like, little AI tools.
Exactly.
That's a really interesting way to think about it.
And what's cool about that?
Right.
We might start seeing solutions to problems that like the big companies don't even know about.
Right, because they're not like in the trenches, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Like local communities could make AI that solves their specific issues.
Right.
Or like small startups.
Yeah.
They could come up with the next big thing, not just, Google or whoever.
Yeah, I get it. It's like instead of having just like a few blockbuster drugs
Right.
from these giant pharmaceutical companies,
Yeah.
suddenly you have like all these new treatments
Yeah.
coming from like small labs all over the place.
Exactly. And the best part is this isn't like, just some far off dream.
Yeah.
This is happening right now.
Okay.
The open source movement with stuff like Molmo, it's pushing us in that direction as we speak.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But like if this is so great,
Yeah.
this open source thing,
Right.
why hasn't it like totally taken over?
That's a good question. I think, honestly, one reason is like the resources,
Okay.
building these like really advanced AI models, especially the ones that can do both text and images like Molmo.
Yeah.
It takes a ton of data and like serious computer power.
Right. So in the past, it's been like a game for the big players.
Yeah, pretty much. But things are changing.
Okay, how so?
Oh, computers are getting cheaper.
Right.
And, projects like Molmo, they're showing us that you don't need like a zillion images to make something great.
So it's becoming more accessible, like, for everybody.
Exactly. And when that happens, when anyone can get in the game,
Yeah.
that's when the open source model really shines, because then it's not just about the resources, it's about like the people, the brains behind it.
It's about collaboration.
Yeah, you get all these smart people working together, sharing ideas,
Right.
and boom, innovation explodes.
It's like the internet back in the day,
Oh,
right?
exactly.
It started small, like just for academics and stuff,
Yeah.
but then it just blew up.
And now look at it.
Yeah, everybody's on it. And it's because people were open to like sharing, working together.
Exactly. And just like the internet changed, like everything.
Yeah.
Open source AI, it could change everything again.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
But we can't just pretend there are no downsides.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
what about the challenges? Because with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, for sure. And one of the biggest challenges is making sure people use this technology responsibly, ethically,
Right.
We need to really think about the rules, the guidelines, all that.
It's like we can't just hand over like the keys to this powerful AI
Right.
without like a driver's manual or something.
Exactly. Got to be careful with this stuff.
We do. It's about, making sure AI is used to make the world better,
For sure.
not worse. Right. It's a big responsibility.
It really is.
This has been like really eye-opening.
It has.
This whole deep dive into Molmo, it's not just about like, a new AI. It's about a whole new way of thinking about how we make AI, how we share it, how we use it.
And it's just the beginning.
Yeah, and like the decisions we make now, they're going to shape the future of AI in a big way. So as we wrap things up, like what's your final takeaway from all of this?
For me, the most important thing is we need to be open. We need to work together. Momo is just one example of what's possible when we do that.
I love that.
Yeah.
And for me, as we finish up this deep dive, I'm really excited,
Yeah.
but also a little cautious at the same time.
Right.
Like the future of AI, it could be amazing, but we got to make sure we're using it for the right reasons.
For sure. We all have a part to play in that.
We do. And that's our show for today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Molmo and open source AI. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your hopes and concerns about this new frontier in AI? Join the conversation and let us know. Until next time.